Trailing the Hunter's Moon is presented by Ruger, rugged, reliable firearms. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Trichicon, brilliant aiming solutions. Wildlife Systems, serving hunters and landowners since 1987. DSC, conservation, education, and protecting hunters' rights.
See that little tuft under his chin?
Yeah.
Oh, good wind.
He's in good shape.
Yeah, beautiful shape.
He had a good winter.
That's cool. That's what's fun about spring bear hunting. Interacting with animals.
Those times. Not bothering him. I mean, he knows we're here.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of us, but let him grow up.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's really cool.
I mean, he's chocolate, buddy. Look at him. Dang it.
It's okay.
We've spotted a really nice bear, probably the best bear we've seen on this hunt. Got to get the wind right, and he's next to a, what do you want to call that, a gas
Facility.
a facility there where they run oil and gas all up in these mountains. So we've got to be careful. I mean, it's very common to run into little plant stations or little facility stations where they're pumping.
He's moving to the right now.
No, I'm just trying to see him right now.
Just be patient. He's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
This segment of DSC's Trailing the Hunter's Moon is brought to you by Double Nickel Taxidermy.
That's what I'm thinking.
See, right there, he's deceiving looking. But I don't think he's that old, Aaron.
No, I don't think so.
I think whoever he got in a fight with is a lot bigger and whooped his butt. And that's why he's...
We'll go look at his tracks here now. We see where they are. Did you see him run over that pine tree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dragging his stuff over the tree.
Yeah. I don't think so, Aaron. I don't think so either. He looked a lot better before. I think he's about a 6 foot bear, a little over 6 foot. I don't think he's been out of hibernation that long either. I can't believe he hasn't busted us yet. The wind is not great.
He's pretty busy eating, eh?
Yeah.
He's hungry at this time.
There he is. Man, look at the scar on his face. Somebody's whooped his butt. On this hunt in particular, we had stalked up on lots of bears, as you'll see. And bears that were aware of our presence. And this bear definitely saw us, and as soon as he saw us, his behavior and demeanor had changed.
Oh, there he saw us.
The reaction from this bear was complete opposite from the others, and complete opposite from any other bear encounter I've ever had in my hunting career. I could just see the look in his face.
This segment of Trailing the Hunter's Moon is provided by Ripcord Rescue Travel Protection. We got your back.
Howdy, I'm Greg Simons with Wildlife Systems. The North American wildlife conservation model is considered to be the most successful wildlife conservation model on this planet. And of the 7 principles that define this model, the one that's considered to be the foundational tenet is the idea that wildlife of the states belong to the people of the states. This dates back to 1842 when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that wildlife do indeed belong to the people of the states, to be managed by those states, not only for the benefit of today's generation, but for the benefit of tomorrow's generation as well. There is no other feature that has shaped our wildlife culture in this country more so. And when we combine the significance of that with the significance of private property rights for landowners, you have this delicate but very important relationship that creates value and incentivizes landowners to conserve those resources for the benefit of tomorrow's generation.
Man, look at the scar on his face. Somebody's whooped his butt. Where's the big bear that he got in a fight with? This bear just looked at us different. To me, an animal, I don't care if it's a domestic dog or a domestic cow. I've been around cattle when I was younger in my life. I was a horseman in my day. And when an animal is irritated or an animal wants to show aggression, they just look at you different. They give you a warning. There's no doubt about it. And that's what this bear was doing, in my opinion. And I had made Aaron left it in my call if I wanted to shoot the bear. He was a nice bear. And he was a nice bear, but I had made the decision to pass on the bear, and so Aron said we should go ahead and back out of here. And as soon as we started to leave the scene, which we didn't turn our back on the bear ever. It's something I think you should never do when you're hunting pretty much anything. I mean, I've seen moose, I've seen white-tailed deer show just as much aggression. And especially it's springtime here and the bears are rutting. And it's when they declare the territory and they show most of their dominance anyway, which a lot of other species will do during that time of the year for that species. And we started to back out slowly and wasn't making any noise, and this bear started to follow us. And then he started to parallel us on the road. Aron made the comment, he said, man, look at this bear, he doesn't like us being here, and I was in total 100% agreement. And
that's what's pretty cool about these bears. There's no doubt that is a boar. He's got a big scar right between his eyes where he's been in a fight. But he's definitely showing his dominance. He doesn't like us being near. I think the black. I like doing the black. He's got a really dark face.
At that point, we were in a flat, wide open, so there was no place to go as far as around a tree or a pile of rocks or even the vehicle. The only opportunity we had was to just basically hold our ground. I mean, I had the rifle, and my duty was to look after my own safety, but the safety of my guide, Aron, and my field producer, who was behind the camera the whole time. And we were 30 yards from this bear. Aron made several attempts to scare the bear off, and this bear, I mean, it happened quick. It happened, looking back at it now, hey, bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I hit him or not.
This segment of Trailing the Hunter's Moon is provided by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association, the voice of Texas hunting. Kinnetrek, boots for the trail less traveled. MB Ranch King blinds, built in pursuit of perfection. Double nickel taxidermy. And by Ripcord, Rescue Travel Protection. We got your back.
Hey, bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I hit him or not. Did I hit him? I don't think I did. Did you get all that on camera? I didn't want to kill him. We were going to leave him alone. I didn't think he was going to get that cheeky. Aron did everything he could to really push the bear away from us, kick dirt at him. It does look like maybe I did hit him. He was close. And I wasn't trying to, but I was darn sure trying to be close enough to scare him off because I didn't want him on top of us. But we did find a small blood trail, so we're gonna look. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's hit. He hit square in the chest between the legs then. I know he cut back to the right. I am unloaded. Yeah, he's hit. Here. You see him, Dustin? Well, he's a tough sucker. That's 237, that's 600 grains of bullet. One at about 15 feet. I didn't think I hit him when I first shot. I mean, he was close. But a bear like that can come in any kind of human encounter with all these oil and gas plants around here and be a problem. So I did kill a bear. I mean, he's a nice bear too. I was gonna maybe pass and look for something bigger, but he honestly didn't give me any other choice. Most bears would have turned and run the other way. I'm not gonna tell you right now, I still got the jitters. I'm not lying, you know. Oh man. Well, we've seen some rutting activity, and it's that time of year. Yeah. But you know, like you said, this bear could have an encounter with these pumpers that come and check in your area, and that's the kind of bear right there that can cause a problem for sure. But
I get the nervous giggles and stuff afterwards, but man, that's serious stuff.
I wonder where I hit him on the first shot, because I tried not to kill him, but I'm gonna tell you right now, had he not stopped, he'd have been on one of us.
Yeah, he would have.
This bear charged me full on. My bolt's open, my Ruger's safe. And I don't really like to get into the whole guts and glory of a hunt. I have a lot of respect for all the animals that I hunt, including this bear. And we put a stalk on this bear just to really size him up. He's a lot bigger bear than I thought he was, and I was gonna turn him down. And when I decided to turn him down and we started to leave the scenery, I mean, the bear was already showing some posturing, which a lot of these bears are doing. It's springtime, it's their rut. This bear obviously has been in a fight. You can see all the mosquitoes all the way around his face here. These are big sores. You can tell it's a paw that's going across this bear's muzzle and face, in between his eyes here, across his muzzle, all the way across the top of his head. But when the bear charged, I had no choice but to shoot, and that's why I like to shoot a big gun anyway. I'm not afraid of recoil. I'm not against smaller caliber guns, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm glad that I wasn't shooting anything smaller when I'm shooting. I'm shooting a 375 Ruger, and I'm using a Hornady DGX bullet. That's a dangerous game bullet that Hornady makes, and that's a 300 grain bullet. And I'm sorry I'm out of breath, because I'm still a little caught up and overwhelmed in the moment of what just happened, what we just experienced. But that bullet right there saved, I'm not gonna say it saved a life, even though a black bear could kill a man, but it stopped this black bear from hurting one of us, either me or Aaron or my cameraman Dustin, who's behind the camera. And looks like he ended up hitting the bear in the lower jaw. It probably traveled into the chest, and the bear did not look like he was hit that hard. He did ball up though and roll around and ran off, but he ran off like he wasn't hit center body, center mass. But there was a blood trail to follow up on. But that bullet right there is why
And that's why I carry a bigger gun. I'm up here in central BC. There's lots of grizzlies up here, so I don't want to be walking around with a 270 or something that doesn't have any stopping power. But this is a magnificent bear. He's absolutely got gorgeous hair on him. He's kind of probably square, close to 7 foot. And he's got a big old head on him. But these are animals, these are predators. It's another reason why some of these bears need to be managed. They don't all need to be managed, and everything needs to be managed on a quota. And in these areas, in NBC, everything is managed on a quota. And but there's a lot of oil and gas production around in this area, and this is the kind of bear that can be a definite problem bear with any of the employees for the gas companies. So other than that, I have a lot of respect for him. And I've had a great time up here in British Columbia, and I do definitely look forward to coming back.